Welcome back to Dream Drop Stories, where we bring you all new adventures featuring your favorite Marvel superheroes. Today's story is Hulk and the Quake Beast. One day, the sun was setting over New York. After a long day of saving people and fighting bad guys, Hulk was just hanging out on top of a building, watching the city lights come on. Finally, he said to himself, "Quiet at last." But then, suddenly, the ground started to shake. Windows rattled, pictures fell off the walls, and cars slid across the wet streets. "Uh-oh," said Hulk. That was no normal earthquake. Then he turned and saw something amazing. Long, jagged cracks tore through the streets, glowing with hot red energy. The air smelled like burning stone, and from the biggest crack came the sound of something clawing its way out. And then it emerged. Its body was made of molten rock and sharp crystal shards. It was like a giant crab, only it was more monster than machine. And it had one big, mean face. "What?" said Hulk. "A monster made of an earthquake." Then the monster roared and shook the skyscrapers around them. "I am the Quake Beast, and this city will be my first course," it boomed. "Not if Hulk smashes you first," he shouted back. So Hulk flew straight toward the Quake Beast and punched it right in the face. But when he did, the ground shook so violently that the buildings around them started to crumble. "Huh," said Hulk, surprised that his mighty punch hadn't knocked out the beast. "So you can shake the whole city," he realized. So the Quake Beast smashed the ground again and sent shockwaves flying everywhere. One hit Hulk right in the side and sent him crashing into a nearby building. "Strong," he said as he got up, but Hulk stronger. And with that, Hulk smashed the ground as hard as he could. Again and again and again. But each time he did, the Quake Beast just laughed. It was clear that smashing wasn't gonna work. Hulk needed a new plan. "Think, Hulk, think," he said. "How do I beat a monster that can control earthquakes? How do I beat a monster that can control earthquakes?" Then he looked around and saw the tall cranes that the city used to build big towers. "Maybe," he said. Hulk took off and flew straight toward the nearest crane. He swung and rode it like a horse until he was high above the Quake Beast. Then he jumped off and landed right on the beast's chest. "Sorry," he said, "but Hulk gotta do this." Then he threw a mighty punch right through the chest, through the glowing crystal inside. It exploded, shooting shards of crystal into the air. The Quake Beast let out a final roar as it crumbled into harmless rock and dust. The glowing cracks in the road sealed themselves up, and the giant crystal shards fell to the ground harmlessly. After making sure that the city was safe, Hulk dusted off his hands. "Now," he said, "Hulk, get some pizza." The end. Moral for kids. Even the strongest heroes win by using their brains and not just their muscles. Hey, that was our story. If you liked it, press the super thanks button down below or leave us a super comment. We love reading them. Thanks for watching. See ya.